Hey, good morning, everybody. So glad you're here today because, boy, we've got a really good topic, I think, today, especially in this day and age, because I know many of you are without an office now, right? Maybe during this whole COVID thing, you either closed your business. I've heard from some that way, sad but true, or that maybe you're looking to expand your business with mobile services, not going completely mobile. Maybe you're just so tired of the trappings of rent, electricity, all of those things. So I hope today shed some light on some mobile services. Hey guys, hello, hello. Make sure that you give me a nice little thumbs up or something like that. Let me know that you're here. So there's been a lot of chatter this week about how I go mobile, and I have pictures and things like that. But there's also some other topics that we probably should discuss, like, is it legal for you to do such a thing? We have to make sure that we are working within scope of our practice, and every state and even county and city have their own regulations. And you know who does too? Like maybe your HOA where you live may not permit such activity. So you really want to make sure that you get a good handle on that. And it's really not always easy to do. Sometimes you have to work within that gray area and kind of hope you're right, because sometimes you don't get a great answer from your board or the county or the city or the state. So hopefully today we'll go through a few things that might make it easy for you to decide whether you want to do it, whether you want to add it to your services, or possibly if you just want to go completely mobile. And for those that might be joining in and don't know me, I'm Stephanie Halvik. I'm a registered nurse, owner of RN Faces and the Skin Classic. And yeah, I've really been affected by COVID as well. I was going to open an office in April, a new training center slash office, so that I could see clients and still train people close to where I live. However, because of COVID, the office I needed the space now for other services. So I'm not able to rent it. And I kind of thought to myself, heck, why don't I go mobile? I've really been going mobile for years. You guys all know I travel all throughout the states doing trainings and things like that. So I've always been mobile to a degree, but I'm really going to take it up a notch because I still want to see clients, but I don't want all of the trappings of an office. Hey, Lois. Hey, Jen, Angelique, Sherry. Good morning. Good morning. So I don't want to get into all of that right now. And if for some reason COVID strikes again to where everybody is shut down, I don't want to be held captive by that. I want to be able to say, okay, I could put my practice on hold and it's not going, the overhead won't kill me, right? So I think that's an important feature in this day and age, that the overhead is a lot less. Hey, Susan, I know you're interested in all this too. And Rosa, hello, hello. Okay, so here's a crazy little picture, right? This is where I live in Cape Charles, Virginia. I will be going mobile, however, in Virginia right now, still not able to perform services without unveiling your mask. So I really kind of, I'm waiting just a little bit, but I've got some things lined up and I'll talk about that in a little bit, how I go about it. But if you saw last week, I did do a mobile service. It happened to be on my daughter, and I wanted to show off my setup with my chair, my table, and how I go ahead and do Skin Classic, Microderm, dermaplaning, and ProCell treatments mobily. And hey, Tara, how are you? I'll let you know why I like those particular procedures, but it's whatever you do that you can take your act on the road mobily that you'll feel comfortable doing. So I know last week I did talk a lot about the mobile practice already. But I wanted to add a few things today, like, let me get into here. And if anybody during the presentation has something to let me know if you're doing mobile services, how it's going, and how it's working for you, especially now in the times that we're in. Let's see here. Okay, so I want to go through a little show here. Mobile business. Okay, hang on. So let me know if you, because I do have my issues here. Let me know if you are seeing, just want to get the right slide up here. Yeah. Okay, great. So when we're doing mobile services, yes, that's exactly what they're called, is mobile services, because you're on the go. So whether you, some brick and mortar establishments call themselves mobile for whatever reason, but doing my research, I found that a whole lot. And, but mobile services can be done whether you are in an office setting or in your studio, in a client's home, or a person of business. So there are a lot of different ways. And I'm going to get right to this because everyone I know was super interested this week in state by state if you can go mobile. And so mobile is one way
When spas and salons were forced to temporarily close during this pandemic, a licensed beauty expert.
Okay, sorry. One of my things got crazy in there. Okay, so mobile means mobile. Like you saw me in the golf cart. I have all the things that I'm going to take to an appointment, and I'm going to either do a few people at a party. Perhaps the vacation rental is rented by a nice family, and the family wants some services at their home. I go to their home and I am mobile. Now, also, concierge services are such that perhaps a client contacts me and I go to see my client one-on-one and they are a client of mine. That's more concierge. That might be more, we've all heard concierge physicians, they go and do home visits, whether it's cosmetic, medical, so they can do a concierge visit. Also events. If you're doing an event, that's also a mobile service. So lots of different ways that we can go mobile. And let me get back in here, and I want to know if there are any questions. Hey, Deborah, nice to see you. Okay, so does anybody have any specific question before I go to the list throughout the United States? Now, the list can always be something that is upgraded, or in our case, maybe downgraded, but you'll want to really look at this. Don't take it verbatim because boards, neighborhoods, states, and cities can always change their opinion. But also do your research. If you're thinking about going mobile, look in your area, your state, for other mobile services. Perhaps give them a call. Let them know how they determine that they're able to go mobile if, in fact, it's gray for you and you can't figure it out. So another skincare professional or manicurist or massage therapist may be able to shed some light on it before you jump in with 2 feet. So now what I want to do is show you in the stream here. I'm going to hide this. Now you'll have the link to this. If you all want the link for this and these other things, please in the comments, mobile, MOBILE, and we'll get this link back to you so that you can see, because there's 50 states and we're not going through all of them, but I kind of want to go through them a little bit. I'm going to hide myself here. You lost sound because it was a PDF, and I apologize for that. But let me just show you this now. Okay, so this will be the link that you will click. I don't know if you can click it off of there, but if you put the word in mobile, you will get the link for all of this. So you guys, let me know that you can hear me now. Give me a thumbs up. You can replay this at another time. It'll be on this page, RN Faces. So Dina, are you hearing me? Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up, hearts, something. Let me know that it's all coming in loud and clear. Okay, well, Rosa, you must have heard me. So this link will tell you which state is legal to do it in. But again, make sure you recheck either with your state, try to read between the lines. It's hard to really get a good answer from boards. They're very reluctant to give you any clear answers because most of them don't even know themselves. I hate to say it like that. Okay, so we're going to keep going through here. So this is my setup. I think we went through this last week, but for those who don't, this is my mobile chair and my mobile case that houses my equipment and the things that I need to do mobile services and look very organized. So, and if you did miss it, I will, let me just give you the quick video of how these things go together. And I'm going to give you where to get them in the next couple slides. So you will be able to see those as well. And
When spas and salons were forced to temporarily close.
Okay, so here we go. Equipment via my golf cart. And guess what? It's all gray, so it's all within the same coloring, my same branding colors. Anyway, so this is actually very cool because it does roll, but the great thing about it, look, it turns into my treatment stand here. So it's hard, wipeable. You can wipe it with your Cavicide wipes, all of that. But look at what's inside. Yay! My Skin Classic and other procedures that I tend to do. And the procedures that I tend to do are those that don't require much equipment, you know, and you all do these things like microdermabrasion, dermaplaning. I use ProCell, the Skin Classic, all compact procedures that truly give a wow factor. Okay, so then here's the chair. A lot of you have seen me sit in the chair, but I didn't actually put it together when you were here. So it's really very cool because look, it's totally portable. So I can pick it up and walk. It's a little heavy. It's about 30 pounds. And it can hold someone up to 350 pounds. So that's great. So you won't have to fear that, you know, of accidental fallout. You know, before I would recommend a great chaise lounge because some of them sit up a little higher, and people have used those for things like meditation, different avenues within the aesthetic world and wellness. So that's great, but it's not good for your back. It's not good for the client either. Now, this doesn't have a foot. Come on, come on. Hang on. To raise their feet, but my procedures that I do are quick enough that you could get through a room of, say, 4 to 5 people within just a few hours. So, okay, so let me just show you how this works. always forget, let's do that first. There you have it. It's a beautiful chair from Minerva. And so what it does is this. I really have to have a person in the chair to show you how it reclines because it's a hydraulic machine. But there's a little lever back here. And I'll go back all the way. Oh my God, that feels so good. So your client can be really, really relaxed and flat. Their legs are done at a 45-degree angle. But again, they're not going to be in the chair very long with these procedures. And either a nice little stool, or sometimes I snag somebody's dining chair because that's perfect height for me to sit behind. But many times I just stand when I work. So it's high enough that you're not going to be super hunched over. But it's quality equipment. So when you go into a party atmosphere, you're not going to be embarrassed, or you're going to look super professional, and you're going to be super organized. And I'll give you all the details on these pieces of equipment. But the great thing is, besides the great shelves, see, I have a little bit more equipment down there, but you have these great little containers that come with this. So this is what I do for ProCell. It's great. So this little box is making me $250 per treatment. And you know how I feel about preparing for your treatments. If I have 5 people and I know the procedures I'll be doing, I have 5 goodie bags. This way I don't have a ton of Q-tips I'm carrying around or a ton of this. I have specific bags for my clients, so I look even more organized. When I do a microdermabrasion, I can just pull out the little baggie, put it on my Mayo stand. I use a dental bib on the top, like you might have seen yesterday. So it's super easy. And you can park yourself in a bedroom or a larger living room, a dining room. If people don't want to be in the same room while there are treatments, you can be offset. And that works really well when someone sets up an ongoing party all day. I used to do this in Colorado, but in a different fashion. I would have people come 3 hours with a gaggle of ladies for me to do the procedures on while they stayed overnight. This way, I was able to do their procedures in the other room, and they were able to filter through during the day. So it made for a really great payday, and I got a lot of new clients that way. So next week is how I really go into depth. But today, I hope. Okay, so you saw the equipment in action. It's very easy to work with, and there are different ways to go mobile, and this is just my particular way to go mobile. And Vicki had a question. Would you suggest Tylenol or a glass of wine before a procedure? I don't ever suggest it. First of all, even the wine can vasodilate, and not always a great idea. And Tylenol, I don't really feel like that helps anything. And you're probably specifically talking about Skin Classic. So I'll get off topic a little bit, but because I want to answer your question, Vicki, during a party atmosphere, I use BLT, my Neuromed BLT. Now, in the office setting or in trainings or when I'm doing videos and things like that, I don't use the Neuromed BLT as much as you may think. I use it around the eyes, sometimes around the nose, but most of the procedures that you see my videos take care, then I don't use it. So, wait a minute. I'm just trying to stop this video. So, but during the party atmosphere, if I have, say, 3 people's all I don't really even need many more than that. And when you start doing this, don't feel like you have to have a big group of people. Start with a few people, because if you start with a few people and you have product and procedures, you can really add up the tickets that way instead of trying to spread yourself thin. So if you have procedures that will bring in money. Just for instance, the Skin Classic. And Vicki, if I have Skin Classic clients, I'm using my Neuromed BLT during the party because they're there for a certain amount of time, and I would apply the BLT so that then they can cavort with their friends and whatever, their family, whatever they're doing. They're not taking up any more time in my office or personal time. So I don't mind using
When
it.
spas and
The
salons were
reason
forced to
I'm not
temporarily close
super
during this
excited
pandemic,
about using numbing cream in the office is only because it takes time. It may take 20 minutes extra. So for things like the Skin Classic, I don't always use it. ProCell, I go at 0.5. Yes, I always use the Neuromed BLT for that. So that's how I strategize my use of BLT during a party time or non-party time when timing is really critical for me. Let me just go here. Okay, so we saw the equipment, you saw the chair, you saw it in action. This is where you can get that case. This is a hot pink case, but the company is called Buff and Go. And I think somebody ordered one of these last week. And when they got the slip that said how much it weighs, they said it weighed over 100 pounds or something. It doesn't. That is all plastic and it's pretty lightweight. So I can pick it up and put it on the back of my golf cart without any problem. It's lighter than my chair. So if that gives you any indication. But they come in all different colors. I happen to get gray, but they have them in hot pink, purple, black, white, all kinds of great colors. So make sure you put the word mobile in and you'll get all this information via a link in Messenger, and you'll be able to look at it and see if this is something that you might like to use to go mobile. And a friend of mine, Eric, who is a barber and an esthetician in New Mexico, he wanted a cart like this for his business so that he could put his Skin Classic equipment in this type of cart and use it when he needed to. So that's always a good idea, something like this, but it is a little expensive. They're about $500. So you might need to take that into consideration. So here is the mobile chair. Let me show you the mobile chair. And, oh, hang on, it's coming. So I think this slide got away from me somehow, but this is Buff and Go, and this is the container that I use for the equipment supplies that turns into my side table to work from. And of course, here was the mobile chair, and where you can get that is here at Minerva. And it is on sale now because I just popped this up today. So unfortunately, I didn't get the sale price, but you can if you're looking to do this. And they do come in black, white, and gray. So they're pretty, they're very, very nice. And let's see here. Okay, so let's talk about different ways to go mobile. Look at this great lady. I'm going to hide myself so you could see the I'm having a little trouble just pulling up this one video of her, but let me see where she is. I'm going to get her up by the end of this because I think it is super important. Let me get her up here. Oh God, you guys, I apologize. Okay, so I'm gonna get the video because I want you to see the inside of her van. I want to let you see what she did, why she did it, how great it is that she actually did this. And oh, I just hate this. So I'll get it going for you. I apologize. And so let's just move on a little bit. We'll get back to her because I think she's super exciting. So when you're going mobile, it really helps to have mobile papers. No sound, no sound? I think you're hearing me now. So give me thumbs up. I'm pretty sure you are hearing. So when you use jot.com, you can put all of your forms into jot.com, have them all ready before you even get to your party so that you know that you're who you're dealing with, so you don't have to say no to them if they had any contraindications. This way you're very well prepared. And so even if you are old school and you like to use forms, you like to use your own forms, I put forms in a binder rather than in files so that I have them readily available. So I don't have to be thumbing through different files. I can just open up a binder and have it alphabetically. You may need to have a couple binders when you wind up getting super busy, but I think that would be okay too. Okay, so let me know any questions you might have. What I'm going to do, I want to show you this in the screen again, is the regulations. And when you go through these regulations, you'll see, and you'll get this in the download, you'll be able to see all of the states. Now, if you are a nurse or a physician, these don't generally apply to you so much because medical people can tend to do home visits and be mobile more than like licensed estheticians or licensed nail techs and things like that. So nurses have a little bit more leniency than does the typical licensed individual. So unfortunately, that's why you really, really have to investigate before you go ahead and jump in. And that kind of business, of course, is just something that you need to get licensed for. So I think I found my nice lady on the road here. And if I did, I'm going to show it to her, and then we're kind of done. But I just wanted to let you see this. And yes. So I'm going to stop. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to see how this nice gal really, really did it up. I'm just waiting for the thing to buffer up, of course. Okay, here she goes. She is the bomb. Let me share the screen here. Now, maybe, does anybody know this nice gal? I did try to friend her on Facebook because I think she is totally great. So I'm just waiting for the video to buffer, and you'll see her story, which I think is super, super cool. And so she's on the west side of Indy. Yeah, Michelle, you might need some extra insurance, but just check with your insurance company. Some will definitely cover you for mobile services so long as you are covered as long as you're within scope of practice. And come on. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. So I don't know why it won't play, people, but I'm very upset, and I will feature her on my RN Faces Facebook page in just a few minutes. I just want to see if I can I just can't get that to play. I don't know why. I'm very sorry, but you will love her. And I'm going to finish up. So if you guys have questions about going mobile, let me know. But the insurance, yeah, you do have to check. Must definitely check to see if you are covered by your insurance company. And like I said, many of them do cover you. And sorry if I'm sounding disjointed. It's because I totally am so mad that I just can't get this to play for you, because I think you would really, really love it. Anyway, so guys, I'm going to play her video on my page when I get finished here. And so you'll have access to it. I'm going to hide that because I didn't want that. So, okay. So I'll catch you later. And if you have questions about going mobile, let me know. It is really easy. You know, you guys already have a practice, so it wouldn't be any difficulty in creating a mobile practice or bringing people to your spa as a mobile business as well. Start your small parties where you are so that you gain more clients at one time. And that's another reason too to go mobile, not to treat one-on-one, but to treat a few people, to gain more people into your world, more clients, more sales, more retail, all of that good thing. So, okay, guys, thank you. Consent forms, will I include consent forms? Well, you have your own consent forms for whatever procedures you're doing. But if you go to jot.com, which was in this list today, that you can transfer those and make your personal consents where you can deliver them online to your clients. So that's always a good thing to do ahead of time, even in a brick and mortar type of setting too. So yeah, so you'll have to kind of use your own for that one. Okay, guys. Well, listen, you guys have a great Monday after the holiday. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I'll catch you next week. So if anything comes up, just let me know and drop me any questions. And make sure if you want the information that was in the slide, go ahead, and it did have the link for that video that I couldn't pop up. Then you can get that. Just put in the word mobile and we'll get that to you after the broadcast. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.